My name is Marissa and welcome to my channel. I'm going to be doing some crafts in one of the parts of my channel. And what we're going to be doing here is a Halloween witch. Here's a picture of it right here. And it's pretty straightforward. You take some, they give you everything you need. I was going to do a whip stitch and I thought, oh, straight stitch is probably fine. Well, you could do a whip stitch as well. Doesn't matter. Whatever your preference is. I just thought if really young children are watching, this would be easier for them than to try to do the whip stitch. Just a running stitch is fine. If I can get a little closer, that helps. So even very young children can do this because this needle is completely blunt. You know, there's nothing that you can poke yourself with. You have a party or something, you can... Some of these kits come with multiple projects for parties and stuff. It's good practice for children. It's also good for adults because it's using your hands and you can kind of relax your mind. You can listen to music if you wanted to. It's kind of meditative. Doing crafts and stuff is very, therapeutic. Dropped a little glue bottle. And we're coming up over the hat now. It's supposed to take 30 minutes to make this. We'll see. Sometimes you have to untwist your string a little bit halfway through. I don't know if you can see that. Until I get a better camera, this will have to do. This is probably the longest part of the project, is doing the sewing. You know, once you have a project like this, you can, before you start making it, you can make a little pattern from the pieces and make multiples in whatever colors you want. You know, you might have to use a sharper needle because it doesn't have the pre-cut holes, but as an adult or an older person, you can do that with almost anything. You just cut out a shape, use a cookie cutter, cut out some interesting shapes and make all kinds of little stuffed things you can hang on a hole. So we'll do that. Now we have a little hole right in there. We have some fiber fill here. They came with the kit. Oh, that's really nice fiber fill. It's all squishy. Okay, so it says, once you get done, fill the shape with the stuffing and then sew the opening closed. So let's do that. Well, I always keep a chopstick handy. You know, pick them up at the fast food Chinese restaurant, or you have some already, just use one of those. They're really great to help you stuff things like this. the stuffing as far up in the hat as you can. And those are my birds. I have birds everywhere. Okay, now that's pretty stuffed. Don't think I can stuff that anymore without it being difficult to deal with. So I'll pull that, get that in there, stuff it in, pull it, and then do, just stitch it closed. They used to do, I think, a lot more crafts in school, and I suppose some educators thought it was really a waste of time and money for the children to make things, but truly being able to construct something from a pattern is an important skill. And I think that we should realize that being able to do things with your hands, not just with your mind, is really, really valuable and important. It's good for your brain to keep it active. Really for older people to keep themselves mentally sharp if they do things with their hands. It helps with that. I'm going to pull some of these out so I can tie these together at the end. And I also sew and I garden and I do needlework. And I will be doing some videos, more gardening videos, and probably cooking videos and stuff. Not saying I'm an expert, but I know how to do a few things. And it's fun, Okay, and I'm going to cut that, and I'm going to just tie these together. Not a bad idea to learn how to tie a square knot. It's not really difficult. Now, if you're concerned about whether or not that will undo itself, one of the things you can do, I don't know if it will come down to the end. No, I'll just try one of these other, maybe the one that fell down will be the one I can use here. A little dot of glue on a knot, and that will be really handy to keep it from fraying or coming undone or anything like that. This is quick dry tacky glue. You can use Elmer's. Elmer's works just fine. It's cheap. You don't have to buy fancy glue. Alright, now we have the little girl. I tell you, that's just so washed out. I can get some glue on myself. Alright, so now you go, it says, glue the wiggle eyes to the witch, peel and paste. Okay, so we're going to put on, I think the hair. So it kind of has a thing where it goes right there on the lower part, matches the bottom part there. So let's get this off and see. Hopefully it's real sticky. It is. Seems to be very sticky. And carefully cover Press that down really good. Okay, next thing to go on is, my guess would be the hat. And you just take it out. It's got this foamy, sticky foam. You can buy this this foam with the sticky backing too. And you really could do these yourself, whatever you want to do, using cookie cutter patterns or freehand a pattern. And you know, it's a creative thing you can do without having to buy a pattern. Now, if you use regular felt, it might not stick horribly well. It doesn't feel like it's really sticking with a lot of the, you know. So I'm going to add a little bit of extra glue, just because I don't like things undoing. Especially on these little edges here. I'll put it on the little brim part so it stays. And, you know, ideally you don't have to do this, but in the real world this is not something unusual. Now this one stuck okay, but this one didn't. This one's not sticking horribly well, so let's get a little bit on there, just a tad. Doesn't take much. You can use Elmer's as well, like I said. Don't need to buy anything special. Okay, so now we got the little girl basically there. So let's put the brim on the hat. Yeah, that looks about right. I'm wondering if I'm going to have to put glue on this too. Okay, it feels like it's sticking pretty good. Okay, so that we got that much. Then we put where are the googly eyes? We'll put them. They go underneath this little, according to the picture, they go right underneath the little cut mark. She looks a little crazy, doesn't she? She's a wild and crazy girl. Alright. Then we have little cheek things, which is really cute. And those go right here to the outside edge. Have to let you know, sometimes it's handy to have some craft tweezers around. Getting the sticky off the back of the eyes is going to be interesting. I think I'll get a pin. Some of the logistics, you know, just sometimes... Oh, no, that helps. That brings it right up. Okay. I may have to glue those cheeks down. I think I will, just because. Things stick to felt is sometimes challenging. Alright, now we put the buckle right here. Goes this way. Her hair's purple. I don't know how well it shows up in the... Okay, now they want you to put a metal clasp on the top. Sometimes it helps if you twist the end when you put it through these. Well, that didn't work. Worst case scenario, you do this, you make it sort of like a bend. There, that worked. You know, they say to put the things, and it's like, no, that's a little too small. And really, since I'm going to be putting it on a little Halloween tree, I don't see any reason to put the lobster clasp on there. But you could, but you'd probably have to use a real needle. A little square knot. There you have it. She's all ready to go on a little Halloween tree. Or you could, if you use this, you could attach it to a backpack or something. I think I'll just save this for some other project. Thanks for watching.